America is exploding with industry. Slowly but surely, Americans move farther and farther westward. A belief starts in America, and it sweeps the nation, the belief that they are destined to expand coast to coast, from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. However, they run into opposition once again, but this time it's from Mexico.
Introducing the dictator and leader of the Mexican army, General Lopez de Santa Anna.
Introducing the leader of the American Army, General Winfield Scott. We have recently won our independence from Spain. I, Santa Anna, am the dictator, and we are now looking to America for some new trade and immigrants.
Listen, men, as Americans, we will go all the way to the Pacific as quickly as possible, and no one will get in our way.
How dare these Texans come in and believe that they should be able to rule themselves. This is Mexico. I am dictator!
Americans, we cannot forget what happened at the Alamo. Santa Anna and his men are trying to stop Manifest Destiny, but it will not happen, or my name's not Scott.
We killed Mr. Davy Crockett. We are now ready to kill Scott if they come in and bring their filth of armies into our land.
Man, we've arrived at the Mexican shores, but Santa Anna is a coward. We will follow him all the way to Mexico City and lay siege to this despicable country.
I can't believe Scott and his filthy soldiers are on our native Mexican land. We will go ahead and retreat to Mexico City. You stupid imbeciles, they should not be here!
Men, just as planned, and just as I knew we would, we easily defeated Santa Anna. But now, back in Washington, they said we were going to pay for land? Are you kidding me? We will not. I'm Scott, and I'm in control.
How dare these idiot politicians surrender our land of Mexico! I was ready to fight for it till death! Now they say I'm exiled! You will see! You will see!
Men, we've received word that even though we paid a stupid amount of $15 million for land we'd already won, we are going to gain a lot of land, and Manifest Destiny is ours. We have reached the Pacific all the way through California. Congratulations, men. Job well done. I love the army.
There's a movement in America, and a movement to improve society. It's during this time where education is made available to all. Americans form their own identity in arts, and most importantly, people begin to speak out about the equality for women and African Americans.
What are we gonna teach us about today, Miss Fails Funny?
It's pronounced Fails Funny, but to answer your question, today we're going to be learning about social reform in the mid-1800s.
Yeah, Humphrey and Pablo, listen up.
Well, social reform was a time when society was changing. For the first time, people started thinking about how we should treat other people and what we should do to help other people out.
What do you mean changing?
Well, see, people started thinking about religion and education, equality for women and African Americans, how people should be treated, should everyone be treated equally. For example, people like they had mental or disabilities. They started being treated better. African Americans and women started being able to go to school. Everyone started going to school. There was a real big push for everyone to get their education. And then there was even schools for the blind. Also, people started thinking, why don't we just paint Americans? So we started painting Americans, writing about Americans, doing our own thing, being Americans. People also started wanting to end slavery because they thought it was wrong. They started fighting against it and having anti-slavery meetings. People like Harriet Beecher Stowe wrote things. Frederick Douglass spoke forgot about this. Harriet Tubman helped on the Underground Railroad, but this upset the Southerners because they thought it hurt their way of life. During the social reform, women also made strides in wanting to have their own jobs, wanting to be treated right, wanted equal pay. They also wanted to be able to right to vote. They wanted to be treated equal.
Wow, you know a lot about history. I guess school is cool. What up, Hugo?
Pablo, remember rule number 3!
Actually, Hugo is right. Without these reforms, where would we be today?
I've never really thought about history like that before. Like you said, if we don't learn from history, we're bound to repeat it.
Class, you never cease to amaze me! Give yourselves a...
Though America has united to defeat other countries in war, soon debates over slavery and the power of federal government drives the nation to a civil war.
Lee! What are the terms of your surrender?
The Confederate States of America will no longer exist. We will follow the lead of Abraham Lincoln.
That's exactly what we'd hoped for. I was thinking back, it's been a long 4 years. How did we get to this? How did we come to this in America?
I've always loved my state of Virginia. And I believe that was a lying problem. We loved our states. We loved our states.
So sectionalism, you think, was the biggest thing?
Well, in this slavery issue, you and I know, Ulysses, that slavery is not going to stop right now.
No, it's not.
Beyond the love of statehood, slavery, is the real issue of this war.
Well, you're right. Slavery is going to be a continuing issue as we try to figure out, what to do. But slavery is wrong, and they've fought for their freedom in this war, and they deserve it now. But rebuilding the South is going to be a huge issue for both sides.
How's the South supposed to rebuild? Think about Sherman, what he did to the nation down there. What are we going to do? Our economy's in shambles.
Well, I agree the South's in shambles. But, we both lost here, Lee.
You're darn right it's in shambles. But I'm sorry about before. 6,000, 100,000 men? It's too many.
600,000 is too many by my standards, even.
It's too many. What we need to do, we need to focus on the future.
And Lincoln's the one to take us to the future.
You have my word that my men, even President Davis, former President Davis, will follow President Lincoln's lead.
Well, I respect you, Lee, even if you were on the same side.
Lord be with you.
Lord be with you.